Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon. Happy Monday. So today I'm bringing you guys your weekly forecast. So just take what resonates and get rid of anything that doesn't. Decks will be listed down below, as well as this Organite, which is called the Divine Feminine Rising, created by Michelle from Wing and Bell. So I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. We definitely did here for everyone that celebrated. And right now, currently, I am blowing out all of my inventory on my US Etsy shop of all of my decks. They are 40% off until they are all gone. Reason being is because of all the changes that I've gone through, all the losses that I've, or that have occurred. I'm not even going to go into, all that stuff. You guys don't really need to hear all that. But I am just going to be offering all of my decks through the Printer Studio site for now until, all my decks are gone. So anyways, anybody can receive my decks. All the decks that I've ever made will be available in that shop. And we'll just kind of see what 2022 brings, if I'll actually bring decks back for sale in my shop, new decks, etc. So we're just going to take a look and just see what happens, I guess. Anyway, so let's get started. All right. We are going to start off with what is the overall energy for the week. Okay. This is called the Alice in Wonderland Oracle. Let's take a look and see what is the overall energy for the week. For those that are still with me. Okay. Keeping up. Oh, man. Oh, this is speaking to me big time. Just trying to keep up. It says immense effort, advance. So anyways, I'm not going to make this reading about me, but that definitely speaks to me because sometimes it is hard. Sometimes it's hard to keep your spirits up when everything seems to be falling apart. But the message that I actually got, which could be a message for some of you, is that it actually is falling into place. It's not falling apart. It's actually falling into place. Well, Spirit, it doesn't fucking feel like that, but it is. It's happening for you. Okay. It's not happening against you. It's happening for you. So I feel like if you guys are going through something pretty major right now, and you're just kind of trying to keep your head up, keep your chin up. I feel like that's what Spirit's telling us. Keep your chin up. Things are going to actually advance in the new year, okay? Things are going to shift and change for the better. May not look the same, may not feel the same, but it's going to be different, which could lead towards just a different experience that you're supposed to have, that you're meant to have, or of course you could just be happier. Love it. So let's get some details on that. We're going to go into I think this is called the Mystical Moments Tarot. It's a really beautiful deck. What is this energy all about for this week? Leading up to the new year. I love it. Six of Wands, victory. Riding high. Congratulate yourself. So again, it's like, even though it seems like things are falling apart, and even though it's really difficult to keep our chins up, we are actually being told that we are on this victory hummingbird. It's not a horse, but we are actually riding high. It's also, to me, a reminder for us to focus on the sweet things, to focus on the sweet rather than the bitter. And I'm going to tell you, I'm a bitter bitch right now. First of all, I'm hormonal. And second, like I said, everything seems to be crumbling. And so it's really difficult to keep your chin up during during a time like that. So I'm tending to focus more on the bitter instead of the sweet. And then of course, yesterday I had Mr. Moon telling me, and trying to kind of show me like, well, look at all this, focus on this and focus on that. And of course I'm like, giving him the stink eye the whole time he's telling me this crap, but that's the message. Focus on the sweet. That's the hummingbird, the sweet nectar of life. Focus on nurturing yourself. Focus on advancing forward. Try not to focus on the fails. Try not to focus on all of the destruction and devastation. Focus on what you can do instead of focusing on what you can't do. That's what I feel the message is. So yeah, Spirit's trying to make this about me as well. Hopefully you guys are resonating or maybe even going through some similar stuff. The Hierophant, to me, it's all for your spiritual transformation. It's also your belief systems. It's just what you're made of. That's what the Hierophant is to me. It's what you're made of. It's what you came here to do. To me, it's a spiritual journey. That's what the Hierophant is to me. It's very spiritual teaching. You're being taught a spiritual lesson right now, spiritual transformation. Hello, I get it. It's tough, but it's also about morals and integrity. And man, if I had zero morals or integrity, I would probably be really happy right now. Okay. But sometimes choosing the narrow path versus the super wide, easy path, that narrow path is much more challenging. But there's some kind of a lesson in all of it. There's something to be said with just being in a state of integrity and trying to do what's right. Sometimes doing the easy thing is much sweeter, but man, it doesn't really lead to any kind of lasting happiness. It's just literally fleeting. Now we have the Six of Swords. Wow. Okay. The Six of Swords means that we're going towards calmer waters. So even though it seems to be like we're in a shitstorm, seems to be like we're on choppy waters right now, freaking sea getting super seasick, puking over the side of the boat, we are eventually going to be on those calmer waters. So I feel like it's not to say that, oh yeah, next year everything's going to be perfect. But that's the way I'm kind of looking up. Keep your chin up. You are headed towards calmer waters. You are headed towards happier times. Keep remaining to continue to stay faith, like to have that faith that all of these things and all of these lessons and everything that you've gone through it means something. It's leading you towards something. It hasn't all been for nothing. This suffering and all this crap that you've gone through hasn't been for nothing. Okay? It will make sense, even if it doesn't right now. So anyways, again, there are some times when people will say, oh my God, this reading was, your energy and I don't like it. Perfect. Fall away. We're not resonating. You're not resonating with my channel. It's all good. But Spirit does use the reader and what they're going through sometimes to also be an inspiration to what other people are experiencing, because it's very easy for me to talk at you guys or talk with you guys. So I'm talking with you guys right now, and I'm using my own experiences and my own perception of things to hopefully let you guys know that you're not alone in your suffering, and that sometimes life is fucking hard. That's it. Sometimes it's just hard. And sometimes these spiritual lessons and trying to do the right thing feel like the hardest thing. Okay? But keep your chin up, because you are advancing forward. You are ascending to the next level. And even though it's very easy to stay stuck and it's very easy to just stay comfortable, but we're not really growing when we do that. So that is what we have for this week, you guys. That totally resonates with me for sure. Let's take a look and see, what is our stone? What is the stone that's coming up? Okay, this is a really cool deck. It's called the Stone deck. Very cool. And it has a lot of different aspects with the meanings here on the cards. So what is the stone of the week? Okay, so we have the Herkimer diamond. I don't have one of those on hand, unfortunately, but to me, this is telling me that there's something about value, because what are diamonds? Diamonds are very, very valuable. Diamonds are shining bright. Okay, it's very powerful. So it does say power wash your energy. So there's perhaps a need for us to really wash our energy. So if a lot of things are happening, or a lot of things that we're feeling right now are coming up, there's a reason that it's coming up. It's giving us an opportunity to examine it and go, you know what? I really don't want to take this energy or this belief system or this type of behavior into the new year. I really want to experience something different. Okay, so let's read this card. It says, actually, so the Herkimer, if I'm saying that right, diamonds are actually not diamonds. It's a clear quartz. I do have this on hand, so you better bet your ass I'll be doing something with this. It says they are more for this attainable, extra hard, clear quartz beauties with their own alluring energetic properties. Okay, so this says, who needs it? Reiki masters, travelers on the spiritual path, hello, and highly sensitive people. Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm not a Reiki master, even though I actually took Reiki 1 and 2 and is about ready to go on the Reiki mastership, but I didn't do it. But travelers on the spiritual path, yes. And a highly sensitive person, empath, yes. That could be you guys too. Where to put it? It says in spaces you want to zone as sacred. So I should probably just swallow them at this point. And then when to use it. When you're reaching for clearer than ever through spirituality therapy or healing work, brushing off all those unwanted vibes. Yes. Shower me with these diamonds, please. So maybe if that's how you guys are feeling, this is an opportunity for us to just take those clear quartz and just put them all over ourselves. Put them, in our freaking pillows when we sleep, hold them, do a nice just meditation or something with these crystals. And it doesn't mean that energy is energy. Like whatever we put our belief or our energy into, that's what makes it powerful. It's not to say, oh my gosh, this particular thing is going to take away everything. Somebody can pray to God and that is enough to take things, and heal. Reiki is an energy and a belief. It's a belief in that energy. So it's whatever you believe in, okay? Whatever is going to help you to clear your energy. That could even be sage. Spirit is really pushing us to do this cleanse, to do this power wash of our energy. So I will definitely be taking advice this week for this and really maybe even doing kind of like a ritual before entering into the new year. So that actually gives me a good idea. So that could give you guys a good idea as well. So we need to power wash our energy. Love that. So let's take a look and see what is this energy that's coming up that we need to power wash. This right here is called the Psychic Heart Tarot and Oracle deck. The energy that we need to cleanse and purify. Wow, we have past energy. This is the Six of Cups. Six of Cups can also be childhood. There could be childhood wounds. There could be past belief systems that could be, inner child wounds and things like that. But the key word says simply love. This is about forgiveness. This is about just simply, even if you've had experiences with people in the past that have hurt you, this is about just simply purifying this energy and just sending love. Just love. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to enable people or have these people in your life. That's the thing about forgiveness. And I was actually just having this conversation with someone on a message thread. Forgiveness is not about keeping someone in your life and continuing to engage with them. You can simply love them by loving yourself enough to set a healthy boundary and no longer engaging with that person, but just sending them away with love, putting up that boundary with love. We also have Spread Your Wings, which is the Two of Wands. I love this. Do you see? This is going up. This is an ascension energy. Okay? So get ready. Get ready to go up. Get ready for a pathway that actually leads towards ascension. So this does tell me that some of us that are really, really struggling right now, we're actually getting ready to take flight. It doesn't feel that way, but that's what's happening here. And we have things slowing down. Nine of Wands. It's giving us an opportunity to rest and reconsider what we really want moving forward in the new year. What kind of life, what kind of experiences that we want to have. Are we leaving the past behind? Or are we making peace with our past? What are we doing? Are we maybe perhaps going more into that childlike energy and seeing the world through child's eyes, experiencing more joy and love, just simply being in the energy of love? So to me, this is a new experience that is available once we purge that old energy and we power washed all of that energy that's just no longer serving us. The energy of 2021 and past that. It's not to say it was all bad or all negative, but we're leaving that behind. We're spreading our wings to fly higher, to ascend higher. There's something where we are raising our vibration and we are raising our energy and we're expanding our minds and we're seeing things differently. We're seeing things from a higher perspective, okay? So the Nine of Wands, of course, is the wounded warrior. You might not feel strong. It's funny, I actually said that to Mr. Moon yesterday. I was like, I'm not a spiritual warrior. I always thought I was a freaking warrior. And a lot of people will see me because I'm such a dominant person, right? And I speak with authority. I'm not like a soft-spoken person, that I'm strong. But man, when things fall apart, I'm not as strong as I thought I was. So for me, this has become a spiritual journey where I'm strengthening my spiritual wings, per se. Because everything that you kind of thought that you were strong in, you're not really strong until you're brought to your knees. And I think that, it's not things can only get better from here, because things can technically get worse, of course, but it's all about your energy. Wands, fire, that's your energy. Fire is your soul. That's your energy. What you do with it is up to you. So I can, if I choose to, sit in my shit, cry about it, blame everything and everyone and all the things that I've encountered on my path for all my problems, and just slip into a deep depression and all of that. I could do that. Or I can say, you know what? Things have turned out this way for a reason. These are the decisions that I'm making. I am choosing to make peace with it. I am choosing to be in the vibration of love. I am choosing to just trust that God and the universe has a plan for me. And I'm going to just kind of take some time to rest, because I'm not very busy anymore. Okay. So now I do have time to rest. I was so busy before. I just, sometimes less is more, right? Less is more. And now that I have less, I actually do have that time to rest and kind of consider what I want to do. So in some ways I have gained, right? It's all your perception though. It's all in the way that we perceive it. So is everything falling apart? No, it's actually falling into place. So anyways, you guys, that is what we have for our energy. Power wash your energy. Take the time to rest and reconsider what you want. Spread your wings and fly. Get ready, because things are about ready to change for I don't want to say for the better, but things are about ready to just change for like how it's meant to change for you, what you're meant to experience next. A lot of people's belief systems may have been holding them back from experiencing things that they need to experience. But sometimes we hold on to things because they're comfortable, because it's the only way that we know how to function. And sometimes when we let go of those things, it's scary, but then new things can come in because we've let go. Change is scary. Definitely. Okay, so let's now go ahead and go into this deck, which is called the Intuit Oracle. All right. And we're going to grab 5 cards, and then we'll clarify with some tarot of what these 5 energies are coming up for us this week and why. Wow. I love this true north, where we're really, truly meant to go, our life path. Some of us may have felt like we were on the correct path, and it doesn't mean that it was the wrong path. I don't really like to use that right or wrong or bad or good. It's just that we're discovering that there's something else in addition to the path that we were on. There's a new direction, and this direction is actually helping us to find our way more and more. The old path, we were getting lost. Maybe we were going around in circles. But now the compass that's being given to us, and I'm literally getting that we're being handed this compass straight from the divine, straight from the universe, that says there's something else out there for you. There's something where you're seeking truth or you're seeking answers. And so because of this, I'm handing you this compass. And even though I'm handing you this compass and you're just like, oh my gosh, this compass is actually costing me this and costing me that, it's all going to make sense later on. But you have to have faith. You have to trust. Okay, you have to trust. So let's go ahead and get the meaning behind this. This is called the Angel Wisdom Tarot. Angel Wisdom Tarot. We have the King of Wands. Love this. The King of Wands is somebody who is very much in charge of their destiny. They have the courage and the strength of the lion. This is connected to Leo. To venture on, to find themselves, to go out there and to learn. So to me, this means that you're ready. You're ready to go on this new adventure. You have what it takes to master something. You're on your road to explore something pretty major in this life and get to some sort of just you're going where you're meant to go. You're headed towards a direction where you're going to experience some sort of truth. And it's all a part of your journey. So what's being presented this week is some of us have already been presented a compass and some of us are being presented this compass. And it's actually helping us to sit into the throne of our own lives and really, really feel grounded and whole and truly, truly happy and truly at peace and truly in our truth. Okay. I love that. What else? Falcon. I love it. Rising above, ability, strategy, skills, focus, a transition, changes, higher self, third eye. So again, higher self. We are going higher. We're getting higher. What is that song? Oh gosh, it's like a 90s song. I don't know. I can't think of it right now. But anyways, it's like something takes me higher. Somebody probably knows what I'm talking about. But anyways, that's a beautiful message. So we have this falcon, we have this bird that's flying around. We're getting higher, we're elevating. Some changes and transitions are taking place, but there's a strategy still in place. We still have the abilities and skills to focus. Throughout these changes, we're relying on our intuition, our faith in God, that things are changing for a reason. There's a reason for all of these changes. So we have the Six of Pentacles, but it's coming up in the reverse position. We are being handed something to balance something out in our material lives, in our physical worlds. So this is the reason that this is happening. So something where we might have wanted something. We asked for something. We didn't get it. We wanted something to happen. It didn't happen. It didn't happen for a reason. You've got to rise above it. Try not to focus on this. And I think I had mentioned in the very beginning of the reading, like I felt like I was above a lot of things. Just come to find out, like, oh my gosh, like that really hurts. That really sucks. You know, so even though it feels like something is missing now, or that I'm not getting that thing anymore, I have to rise above it and see it from a different perspective. Because if I focus on it, I'm going to just feel like shit. And that's not what this is for, you know? It's not what this is for. So if you guys wanted a particular job or wanted a particular payoff or wanted a particular relationship, or you were expecting something to happen and it didn't happen, you're going to have to find a way to rise above it. It didn't happen for a reason. It may not be meant for you or meant for you at all or meant for you in the same way that you thought. Something is trying to change and transition. The more that you resist this change, the harder it's going to be. We are being asked to let go and rise above it. Okay. Rise above whatever we're not getting or whatever's not coming into our physical lives right now. Yeah. Ball and chain. See? Oh man, this is heavy. Ball and chain. When we are addicted or we need something, whether it's in the form of money, people, substances, whatever it is, we're debilitated. We're handicapped by our addictions. It is the ball and chain that keeps us stuck in our material lives. It's emotional baggage. We're codependent. We're trapped. We're unhappy. We're not happy. We're married, and in a way, like we're married to something that's not good for us. We're married to our addiction. So for me, what this is telling me is that that's why it's so crucial for us to let go of something that's no longer serving us. We're not meant to take this ball and this chain, this ball that we're chained to into the new year. we're meant to leave it behind. That's it. It's heavy for a reason, because it's not good for you anymore. Maybe it was never good for you, but you just thought it was. You thought it's what you wanted, just to discover it actually isn't what you want at all. And for some of you guys, it has something to do with a person that you really, really, truly feel a deep connection with. Okay? You feel like this person is the one. You feel like this person is everything that you have been waiting for. Now, this is not going to be for people that are happy and in love. This is not going to be for people that are in a very caring, compassionate, equal partnership. This is for people that are feeling trapped. They're unhappy. They're in a situation that could be even a third party. I do see the lover sometimes as a third party energy. It does say something about marriage, people that are involved with people where there's affairs going on. That's not going to be everyone's story, but what I'm getting here is that this is something that can only lead to more unhappiness. This has become an addiction. This has become heavy. This has become an addiction, a love addiction, hoping that someone will change, hoping that someone, I think the reason that it says unhappily married is because that's a saying, the ball and chain, right? But it does say it. Some people want happily ever after, but they'll never get it as long as they're focusing on that person that will never be able to give it to them, because they're all wrong. They're all wrong for them. Some people have addictions and codependency and childhood traumas that cause them to be attracted to unavailable partners, people that just could give a damn about you. But yet we're so attracted to them because it feels so familiar to us, because we were not loved, or we were not just honored as children. A lot of people have that. I'm not saying everyone, but a lot of people have those problems. So if you guys are feeling shackled to a person that you know is no good for you, that you know that no matter what you say or do, or however you try to be understanding of who they are and what they're going through, or whatever they're married and I'll leave my wife eventually, but get out now. It's not going to lead to anywhere good. The only way that that can shift and change in a positive way is if that person responsibly cuts ties in that situation and is honest with their person, that they're not, in love with them, that they don't want to be in that partnership with them, and that they start the proceedings of a separation or divorce or whatever needs to happen. That's the only way that you and this person have a chance, if that's your story. And if there is no marriage here, it doesn't really matter. That could be just a relationship. This could just, again, be, I want someone who doesn't want me. I want someone where I want there to be this fairy tale, but it's just not panning out. So this could also be friendships, you guys. It doesn't have to be lovers. Plenty of times I've wanted certain things to work out with people, and you just kind of find out that you and that person are just, you've got too much trauma. You have too much addiction within yourselves to where your entire friendship is now become dysfunctional. And it's just something that's not going to work, because it's not good. It's not good for you. It's not good for them. And so sometimes you just have to know when it's time to call it quits. There's too many issues, can't be fixed, can't be healed. Sometimes there just can't be that healing. Sometimes you just have to simply love someone enough to say goodbye, and also love yourself enough to say, I can't do this anymore. So a lot of us are leaving the ball behind as we go into the new year, and we are recovering from this addiction. We are recovering from this illness. And some of you, this has nothing to do with another person. This has everything to do with an addiction to just a feeling, an addiction to a substance, or something else that we're abusing in our lives. Okay? We are leaving it behind. We are not interested in that story any longer. That's it. We have book. I love it. The future is unknown. I always see the book as unknown. It's a chapter that hasn't been read yet. There could also be a very important book in someone's lives. For me, the Bible is something that I haven't really ever read. And I'm not relating the Bible to any specific type of religion. I'm just, it's a book to me that has a lot of interesting information in it. There's a lot of things that I didn't consider before. I was very turned off by anything that had to do with the Bible because I had a bad taste in my mouth for it. But a lot of interesting things that I'm discovering about life, about people, about myself through the stories, so that makes a lot of sense to me. Cracking open a new book. Expanding your mind in a new way. Also new chapters that have not been discovered in your life yet. It's the unknown. There's all kinds of things out there that are unknown, but we'll never know it until we go forward. And then we have the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is coming up in the reverse position. Six of Wands reversed to me is kind of like that ego. Our ego can sometimes cause us to feel like, you know what, no, I want things to be this way, or I need things to look this way. Life, victory, and happiness and success look this way. Sometimes what we think isn't exactly how it ends up actually being. So we kind of need to get out of our own stubborn way. We need to get out of our own head. And we need to be open to the mysteries of life. We need to be open to the unknown. Sometimes people can become addicted to needing to have a heads up on the future. And that's why I don't really do a lot of future type of readings, because the future really is unknown. Because people have free will. You have free will, and so do other people. So depending on certain events of the world and other people, we can't really pinpoint exactly what's going to happen. So to me, future readings are kind of pointless, but they're kind of entertaining at the same time. Like what is the projected, like what is possible, because hell, anything is possible. But this tells me here that our need to know, or our need to have everything a certain way, or all of our ducks in a row, is actually getting in our way of just experiencing the journey instead of focusing on the destination. So many people need to know specific answers, but they're not even looking at all of the different things that are making up the destination. You're missing out on all the valuable experiences, the wisdom that is to be gained through other people, or just even experiences along the journey, because we're so focused on the destination. We're so focused on that one thing that we need to have, or that one thing that we think is going to make us happy. And I've always been one of those types of people. I'll be happy when I have all this money. I'll be happy when I get married. I'll be happy when. And all of those things brought me temporary happiness. None of it lasted. Marriage is work. Relationships are work. Running your own business is work. Money is not everything. Sometimes money can feel like it's everything too when you don't have it anymore. But it's all a learning curve. There's a philosophy to all of it, There is wisdom in everything. So that is what we're getting. So this is the last card, okay? Last card for the week. I love it. The stallion. Oof, breaking free. Guess what, you guys? This stallion, this horse energy, very strong, very driven, okay? You cannot tame this wild stallion. The stallion is going against the grain. The stallion is doing things differently, going to the beat of their own drum. Nothing can stop the stallion. It is full of energy. It's very motivated. It has this drive that it may not even understand, but we're still breaking free. We cannot be contained. We are moving forward in our own way. I love it. So the stallion is kind of like the spirit that is in us right now that is propelling us forward. I love it. I love that energy. The stallion is the energy that is propelling us forward. Oh my gosh, we have the Queen of Wands. I love it. So we have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Some of you guys, I feel that there could be a potential partnership for you, the partnership with the right partner for you in 2022. Okay, I'm getting that for some. But for some of you, you're learning to be your own companion. You're learning to be the queen and the king of your own kingdom, basically. You're learning to make peace with yourself. You're learning to rely upon yourself for your happiness, for your support, for your just happiness. Also, I think a lot of you are going into either working for yourselves, doing things that you believe in, okay? People that told you you couldn't do something, you're proving them wrong in 2022. You are able to do it. You're coming into your own. You're experiencing happiness in your career, but also in your personal life is what it says there too. There's a nice balance where you're feeling really good. You're sitting really pretty. And I freaking love that black cat. I love that black cat on her lap. It's so cute. So yes, that right there is what is going on this week. We are being driven forward. We're breaking free from old paradigms, old ways of thinking, anything that's holding us back. That ball and chain cannot stay on that stallion. There's no freaking way. No freaking way. All right. We're going to now end this reading with some spirit animal messages. Okay. So this right here is called the Spirit Animal Messages deck, I think. What are our spirit animals for this week? I mean, we got the falcon actually that popped up, right? And the stallion. So the stallion and the falcon were the animals that have shown up so far. And that black cat. Now we have the Wolverine, and I love this. You are a lot tougher than you think. It's funny, because when I said to Mr. Moon yesterday, it's a weak piece of shit. That's like literally, I think what I said. I just don't feel like a spiritual warrior at all. He's like, you're a lot tougher than you think. So it's just funny that that's coming up. But yeah, the Wolverine. You know, sometimes you don't know what you're made of until a lot of things basically start to change and shift and where, you know, you experience loss, you know, and this stuff that I'm experiencing is really just material. I mean, there are so many other things in the world that I wouldn't wish on anybody. Death, sickness, losing a loved one, anything. So, I mean, really, when I think about it and put things into perspective, it's like it could be a hell of a lot worse. For sure. I need to definitely count my blessings and be pretty humble and grateful. But that Wolverine is just for all of us. You don't really know what you're made of until you go through it. You're going to come out the other end being so much stronger. So much stronger. Wolverines! It's like that movie, Red Dawn. I don't know. That could be a special message. I am pretty sure that Red Dawn is on either Amazon, Hulu, or Netflix, one of the two. And I'm an 80s kid, and I'm talking about the original one with Patrick Swayze. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. That was such a great movie. Anyways, Rattlesnake, the experiences that you're presently going through are an initiation into fulfilling a purpose as a healer. Wow. This is a shedding of the old skin, right? Spiritual transformation, you guys. Spiritual transformation. Some of you guys are having to go through this initiation process first before you can actually spread the word and help other people. Okay? So I feel like for me, I had to go through certain things myself before I could even get to this point to hopefully inspire and help other people that have been struggling with these soul connections, especially the twin flame journey. And again, I'm not trying to, say, oh yeah, the twin flame journey is, not good. It's false. It's this and that, because everybody struggles with anything. It's not the label. It's not the thing itself. It's people. People can get things misconstrued. People can see things a certain way when really maybe it's not that. Maybe some of us have wounds, and that's why we were connected to this person or that person. I'm not villainizing anything here. I want to make that perfectly clear. But whatever you guys are experiencing, you're going through an initiation process first, so that way you can help other people. So it takes one to know one, right? And we have the manatee. Oh my gosh, I love it. Accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. Yes. Oh, it's so beautiful. So this to me is like, let's just really try to accept what's happening, what's falling away. It's meant to fall away. We've just got to let it. Let's stop fighting it. Let's just accept it. Okay. When we do this, we're going to be so much happier in the end, I promise. So I think that the reason that Spirit is using me, you guys, with everything that I'm going through is because, like I said, it's easy for somebody to like be here on camera, on social media, and telling you all these high vibe things like they've got it all figured out. And I'm just being 100% raw and real. I don't have it figured out. I really don't. I'm learning alongside you guys. I'm going through it and I'm feeling it alongside you guys. And, but you know, I love that everybody is doing it together, you know, everyone's doing it together. And what I learn and what I gather on my journey, I'll of course share it with you guys. And I love, of course, hearing that feedback too. So anyways, this was the reading for the week. If it resonated with you, fantastic. If it didn't, no worries. You can chuck it, fuck it, and don't need to take it. Put it in the bucket. Put it in the fuck it bucket. All right, you guys, take care. Bye-bye.